South Africa's ruling African National Congress, ANC, has formally selected the two contenders to succeed President Jacob Zuma as the party's leader. They are Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa and former Cabinet Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, Mr. Zuma's ex-wife. Candidates were also nominated for 5 other leading party positions. Emotions ran high, delegates shouting each other down as they raised objections over voting rules. The leadership battle has caused fierce political infighting, raising fears the party may split before 2019 elections. Mr. Zuma has warned the party is under threat and is at a crossroads. It has been in power since the country transitioned to democracy in 1994 under Nelson Mandela. More than 5,000 delegates are taking part in the 4-day ANC elective conference at the Expo Center in Johannesburg. As it stands, Mr. Ramaphosa has 1,469 branch nominations, to 1,094 for Ms. Dlamini Zuma, President Zuma's ex-wife. But many there are saying there could be just the smallest of margins between winning and losing when the results come in, says the BBC's Lebo Disco at the conference. The leadership contest is done in secret and is expected to be close, with legal challenges a possibility. The result was originally expected on Sunday but now looks likely only on Monday morning. Proceedings were delayed as claims that bogus delegates had been accredited and real delegates barred were resolved. The disruption continued when proceedings were brought to a stop with what seemed like most of the room singing in support for Ms. Dlamini Zuma, our correspondent says. And unlike on Saturday, it was difficult to hear any counter-singing in support of Mr. Ramaphosa. The party had said that anyone singing divisive songs would be thrown out, but there was little sign of that. President Zuma, who has been in power since 2009, is expected to remain in power until the 2019 national elections. The country limits presidents to 2 5-year terms. The 75-year-old has been at the heart of much of the controversy surrounding the ANC party. He currently faces numerous corruption allegations but denies any wrongdoing, having already survived several votes of no confidence in parliament during his presidency. He is backing his 68-year-old former wife, Ms. Dlamini Zuma, a veteran politician in her own right, who has been critical of the enduring power of white-owned businesses. They have been divorced for almost 20 years and had 4 children together. A former leader of the women's wing of the ANC, Ms. Dlamini Zuma has served as Foreign, Home and Health Minister in government. Her economic agenda is very different to main opponent, the country's Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is one of the country's wealthiest men and a former leading trade unionist. Mr. Ramaphosa, 65, has spoken out strongly against state corruption and has the backing of the business community. Recent news that he had a modest lead in the polls was quickly reflected by a rise in the financial markets. In his final speech as party leader at Saturday's conference opening, Mr. Zuma denounced the party's petty squabbling during the leadership battle. Last year's disappointing results for the ANC in local elections, he said, were a stark reminder that our people are not happy with the state of the ANC.